excited to let you know that we have developed an app for our ministry, and we want you to try it out. Go to the iTunes or Android App Store and download Legacy Global TV. From there, you can create an account and give it a try. There are so many great features to help us better connect throughout the week. Be sure to look at our ministry content integration, the Bible and journal features, along with all of our social media. Give it a try today and see how easy it is to stay connected. Revelation. Vision is a word from God. It's seeing things from God's perspective. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but you see it with the eye of faith. That's the only vision, is seeing from the eye of faith. I'm Geralda Larkins, and I'm someone who aspires to achieve greatness. In my teenage years, when life just felt like it was going to be great, my mother died, and the idea of doing something great kind of like it was shattered. I never had an encounter with God until I was just in a very broken, dark space. And he spoke to me. This coach, she just said, "You're a visionary strategist." Immediately, the Holy Spirit, he confirms that that is who I am. So visionary strategist is the same exact component under the unction of the Holy Spirit for divine purposes of God that are released through his people in certain seasons and times. The opportune time for God to release a word through a chosen vessel, and he would connect that vision to my strategic gifts and make it manifest. So I would help private clients individually, but then those same private clients, they would leave me and not have a support system. So when God gave me the Strategic Society, it was about bringing these kingdom visionaries, is what I call them. They bring these kingdom visionaries together so that we have a place where we can come together in unity. Me and the Strategic Society and Empire Kingdom Ministries, when it's over and done with me, I pray that the next generation of visionary strategists and kingdom visionaries continue to keep expressing their worship through the various gifts and assignments and missions that God has given them to do.
The society, I was at a place where I made a decision that either I'm going to do this or I'm just not going to do this. And that's important. That's important for me, because for me it was, I'm not going to do this, meaning a lot falls under this that we're not going to get into. Right. There's a lot under that heading of this. Or I'm going to do this, but I have to find a community. My heart was yearning for a community. I was sick of being the smartest person in the room. I was sick of everybody asking me what to do, and I had to figure it out. I needed somebody to do that for me. Help me to figure it out. Yes. Yes. Help me. Walk with me. Don't just assume that I have it all together. Come on. I don't have it all together, but I have been put into this position where people weren't checking on me.
Wow.
Oh. They weren't, because they thought that she's good. This is the pastor's daughter. She comes from a good pedigree. She speaks so well. She has the degrees. Like intellectually, she's good. But I needed somebody to check on me. And so this is the motivation as to why I partner with my people the way that I do. Because I know what it's like to be alone and not have somebody check on you. So I can suspend my agenda for the people that I serve, because honestly, I just want to check on you. I just want you to be good while you're on your way to fulfilling your destiny. That's it. You need tissue too. Can I have another one this year? Wow. We checking on you when? So we looking so much. Yeah. I'm gonna be on your phone. That's what I needed, so that's what I can now give to other people. Because y'all checked on me. Like, seriously, I don't know of another space that I've occupied where people have genuinely just wanted me to be okay. Yeah, yes, so listen. It was that is good. That is really good.
I'm listening. Get your sniffles out. I want to make sure we understand this. As women in here who have ministries and businesses, let's not romanticize what God has given us. God gives you something, and a lot of times we romanticize it. We talk about what we're going to do, but we don't get the logical steps that it takes to catapult our purpose. And then that's the problem. That's where a lot of us are stagnant. Right. We've romanticized it. We know what God told us. We can see it in the stars, or we can see it in our minds, but we don't know the actionable steps. In the beginning was the Word. Word is logos. Yes. Logos means logical. So you've got to be logical. What is ingested or digested in faith does not negate the fact that you have to use logic to get you where you're going. Yes. So I want to make sure that while we're in here and we're thanking God and we're praising God and we know all these things, as strategists, the four of us know, and most of y'all probably know too, that you've got to make sure you've got those steps. You've got to keep God in it. Mm-hmm. But God tells you in Philippians chapter 2, verse 23, each man is to work out his own salvation. So my salvation won't look like your salvation, Ms. Audrey, as much as we are alike. But mine, nothing, it won't look like Denise. But Denise, I wish I was you in another. Okay. But just to make sure that we all understand that we all get to the point where we're praising and we're thanking God for the vision and we're thanking God, but then we're not getting up off of our knees and on our feet to do the logical part of what is done. And that's work. And let me tell you something about promotions. Everybody wants to be a boss. Everybody wants a promotion. They are booby traps. So that imposters cannot get them. Like, you have got to understand, success is a booby trap. It never gets any easier. You're gonna grind. You're gonna hustle. That's just part of it. More, what the Bible say, y'all? I'm not the biggest one. Much is given, much is required. No, the one I'm looking for. The one I'm looking for. Yeah, much is given, much is required. That's the one. Like, the more you want from God, God is willing to give it to you, but can you handle it? And that's where you've got to. That's where I found myself a few years ago. Is I could step out of the romanticizing and just wanting to praise and worship my way through instead of going give me some couch time with a therapist. Hey. Talk to somebody. Learn how to pray effectively, because my prayers are always about God. I need God. I want God. No, that ain't the way you do God. No. And y'all know that, but my behind didn't know that. So I was like, growing up, all I saw was, God, I know I didn't study for this exam, but if you just give me a C, Lord, and just let me walk across the stage. And that was my prayer life. And whatever you pray into your life, that's the type of life you get. And so I was like, okay, can you bring me a cookie?
She's so good though. Those good. Listen. All right. So we got the checking on you one story, and y'all have a deeper understanding. You got the logical one, and you see all the stuff she's been through and why she works so hard and grind the way she does. So now let's hear your story, and let's talk about why you champion self-care so much.
I think I champion self-care so much is because on this entrepreneurial journey, we don't realize how much of a sacrifice we are and how much we have to sacrifice. And because of that, sometimes this thing we said yes to, going back to saying yes, will leave us broken, busted, angry, bitter, and wanting to walk away and cuss everybody.
Welcome.
Real talk. I'm just being real. And so, Lord, what are my train of thoughts?
It's okay, self-care.
Self-care. Yeah, sacrifice. It's a sacrifice, you know, and having that understanding of knowing how much you're going to sacrifice. We have to position ourselves to always take care of ourselves. You know, Jesus was the prime example of what that looked like. He always made time to just get away and have silent time and not be on the go, you know. Wow. Sometimes I realize that when I'm not saying a word, when I'm not posting on social media, when I'm absolutely silent, I'm actually the most productive. About 2 weeks ago, nobody really knew it, but I was on bed rest. I think I shared with Miss Audrey. I was on bed rest for about 2 weeks. But in that 2 weeks, I actually revamped and published my ebook. I actually had people reaching out to me, booking consultations for events. And here, I'm not posting, I'm not doing anything. And so I began to have this conversation with God, like, I need to change the approach that I think I'm doing things. Like, I need to shift some things because sometimes we believe that it takes certain works, if I would call it that, to be successful, when in reality, sometimes God is saying, just be still and let me do it for you. You know, and so I'm just learning that and the peace that comes with it because productivity requires peace. For me, if I'm not in a space where I can hear from the Father, I can't create. I can't continue to move out and move forward. And so I just realized for me, being a sacrifice sacrificing sometimes just simply means being still. Sacrificing my agenda or what I think I should be doing for just total silence and being still so I can actually get to doing what God is asking me to do. And in that, I find myself actually being more peaceful, more content, and more productive. So that's why I'm so big on self-care because I've been that one that is trying to make it happen and get things done. And a lot of times that has left me frustrated and angry and broken and bitter, you know, in the midst of me sacrificing all that God has asked me to do. But at the end of the day, we have to still remember, yes, God does ask us to do that, but it's the obedience that is better than the sacrifice. So when it's all said and done, I can be at peace knowing that even if I don't see anything out of all of what I've sacrificed, I was obedient. And that's what pleases the Father, our obedience. And so as a result of obedience, or let me change it, as a result of just understanding the importance of self-care, it causes you to be more obedient. It allows you to be more obedient because you're not so consumed I guess, with everything else that we think we should be doing. So, yeah, just understanding what, just really getting a revelation of what it really means to be a sacrifice, you know, and if when you get the revelation of you are the sacrifice, you have to take care of yourself, because the sacrifice, like that lamb, gets slain, broken, beat, busted down, you know, and so we have to take care of ourselves so we can enjoy and love what we do. Enjoy and love what we do and not resent what we're doing, because we can even get upset and be bitter towards purpose. Like, you know, like,
Because there's a cost.
right. Cost of it. So, yeah, I'm done.
I want to open up the floor for any questions that anybody may have. We got 5 minutes, so let's just make sure. Yes.
Okay. I have a question for everybody, anybody. But okay, what you expressed about when you have your one-on-ones and you speak to us or whatever. She's my coach. So basically, I just wanted to share the other side, you know, because I'm on the other side.
Yeah, tell us about the other side.
Well, I got this right.
The other side mentality is because what you shared, you try and stay focused on the vision and the mission. And on the other side, I'm like, man, my phone disconnected. I'm gonna talk to this lady on this meeting. Lord knows I don't feel like getting on this meeting right now because things ain't going right. And then as soon as we get on the phone, hey, how's everything? Oh, everything's good. You know, it's all good. You know, let's go ahead and start the meeting. And it's true, like she said, I'm able to share what's going on, but we're not going to make that direct focus. We're going to continue and focus on what's at hand, because that light bill's still going to come. You're still going to have a phone bill next month, you know? So this is my mindset on the other side when we're talking, and even once I get on the phone, this is like, man, I don't want to be on this phone. But then as we continue to talk, the eagerness, the hunger that I had for my business, it comes back. It resurfaces, and I'm like, wow, okay, now I'm on track, ready to go. So I understand the self-care part of it, but to each his own, I guess. And I feel the approach with the mission and the vision, it helped me because I'm the type of person to wallow in what I'm going through. I don't want to talk about nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I'm going to think about this situation until it's solved. So that how would you say it? That way that approach, it worked for me. And I wanted to share something about what Sierra said as she was expressing about self-care. Think about a shepherd and their sheep. If the shepherd is not fully taking care of himself and fully trying to get himself equipped to be able to guide these sheep from one place to go all the way to the other, if the shepherd fall and pass out or die, where does the sheep go? So that's just like a mother and their children, a wife and a husband. So I definitely understand the self-care part, because if I'm not good, everybody else under me ain't gonna be good. So
gone. Yes.
Okay. And I like what both of the strategists say. And my strategist, and I think sometimes God knows what strategists connect you with. Because she allowed me in my process. Because the thing is, and I know what you guys do, but on the other hand, I'm not talking about the lazy part and all that. On our end here, we're still processing what God is doing in our lives. So I'm getting a call from my strategist telling me I need to do X, Y, and Z. I'm still trying to be in God from the closet talking about, like, you want me to do that? So sometimes it's not like you can't do the work. Sometimes you're still in the closet with God and trying to balance this thing. Yes, you said yes, but in your yes, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. You know, in your yes, it's not going to look like what you think. So you're still trying to, okay, how are we going to do this? You're going to do what? Go live? Like, I'm going to do this. This live thing. And now I got to say this live thing. So I'm processing this live. So now I'm on the phone with my strategist, and I still haven't processed it. example of it. But I'm in that process too. So sometimes we're not being hard on trying to do it. We're still processing what he requires, that you already know what he's telling me to do. You know, especially being a Christian strategist, you're already in the closet for me.
Yes.
So you see the vision. I'm still trying to understand it. Or accept the vision. Because I'm like, okay, God, you understand before people will say, well, open up, I do share, but like this.
Right.
And so then my coach will help me birth it out.
Yes.
And she'll give me the patience, the security, the safety place
Yeah.
to know that I'm in good hands and just continue to trust God and do what he says.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Logic. Okay. All right, Audrey, you got something?
No, I was going to say that even with the coach and the client, we have to also understand the fit. There has to be a good fit.
Yes.
With whoever you with. And one thing, and I had the pleasure of Denise Bossy. With Denise, you just say yes. And
Go
push
figure it
forward.
out. Go figure it out.
Yeah, you figure it out. Next time I talk, just let it go.
After my meetings with Denise, I would literally have to wait like 4 days before I go back to Trello, because it would just be like, oh God, how am I going to do this? I just needed a rest. Respect. Real talk. Real talk.
But the thing is, with Denise, it still helped.
Yeah.
She was my bossy too. So, I just say, okay, Denise, but under my breath, I'm thinking, do this. And you can't even say no. In your mind, you want to say no. It won't come out.
Colleen is back there just